Hey guys, this is HotNoob here. I'm just going to be quickly going over structures. Now, structures are pretty much just a light version of a class, right? They just lack a couple functions. Um, because they lack some specific functions, they're going to be used mainly for storing large amounts of data. And one of the reasons for this, other than that they lack functions, is because um, they're much more efficient than classes, right? Because classes have so many extra features, right? So it has to check all of the variables within it, all that crap. So this is pretty straightforward. Structures, they're defined pretty much like classes. The only difference is the word struct, and notice that when you define the constructor, you have to have all of the variables defined, right? You can't have any null values. So I'm just going to show, in this case, we have a quick example of function overloading, right? So in this case, right, we're only declaring two of them, and as you can see, gives you an error. But an easy way around is to give it a default value. This way everyone's happy. Right? You can say 0 or -1 is a pretty common one, right? And pretty much this is a pretty basic program. There's not much to it. It's just going through some loops, which you should understand from the previous tutorials. So I'll just quickly go through this. The program here is just writing the line, right? You know, ask the master what to do, right? It gets the response here, you know, console.readline. Now this bool here is used to tell the program when to end, or, you know, right? Just go through it. Pretty much when we find the person, it's going to change the bool from false to true. That way it goes through this bit of code here. So it'll say, would you like to commence stalking this person? Or stalking on this person, right? Quick grammar fix there, right? Yes/no. Right, so if it's a Y and we put 2 lower to make it a bit more user-friendly, should probably also put 2 lower here if you want to make it even more user-friendly, right? Then you don't have to worry about capitalization with the names. And of course, we're going to also have to put the response in 2 lower. Note, this is a bit more inefficient. There are other ways to do this, but I want to keep using methods that you know about. So, you know, just a bunch of pre-programmed responses here. I'm just going to quickly go through the program once. Who do you want to stalk? Let's see. Miss. Right? You don't even have to type in the whole name because we used the dot contains. Right? So, victim found, Miss Lollipop, 105 lbs at the age of 23. Now in their program we say, if they say yes, it's going to say you're such a perv, and it's going to close the program because the break is ending the loop, or the while loop. I think that's the right one. It's ending the while loop, right? And then you got the console.readline so they can read the output. Right, so we put the console.readline here rather than right after these. It's just a lot more easier to write down, a lot faster, right? And as you can see, we've got gram measures. So, who do you want to stalk? Let's say John, victim found. Say yes. Then it says, you're such a perv. Okay, and that's pretty much it. I know there's really not much to structures. The only thing is you gotta remember that you have to have all of the variables defined, and they don't really state that in all of the tutorials, so be careful with that, because you might end up lazily going to classes because you can't get structures or anything like that. So just make sure you understand and remember all of these here. It's very important that you use structures, especially with large amounts of data. And that's it.